Where is that coming from? Must be there. Ah, yes. Hello, everyone. Let's see. What's going on? All right, I think we got rid of the delay. Right, I think we're good. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're live. I think we are live. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Just having an issue here. Not sure if it was live or not. We're just going live in celebration of Guitar Month, International Guitar Month. So we'll just be talking guitar, playing guitar, and all of that stuff that has to do with guitar. So don't be afraid to say hello in the chat. I see that there's people on, but not too many comments. So speak up. I can see you. All right. Anyway, I'll just play a little bit until some people come on, or more people come on, or more people decide to start chatting. Hiding out in the, lurking in the dark. John Ramsey, hello. Good to see you. Let's see what I have here in the iTunes playlist. Oh, let's see, what can we jam to that I haven't played in months? Hey, Wendy's on Twitch, hello, and Wendy's also on Facebook. So for all you people who are on either platform, definitely go over, or if you're on Facebook, definitely go over to either YouTube or Twitch. The audio and video is much better over there. Yes, and that's not just me, that's other people telling me that they hear it. I can hear it, of course, but other people hear it too. right, let's see. What do we have? I think we will try some Santana. I'm going to mute the mic so you guys get the better audio. And we'll do some playing. It's always something when you're live streaming. So, does everybody hear me talking? How's that? How's that going? Do we hear me talking? Talking. Anyone? No, nobody hears me talking. I heard the guitar before you started the backing track. Interesting. Okay. And you can hear me talking. Okay. Well, let's address everybody first. Oh, I don't know what happened. So we heard the guitar before I started the backing track. So let's see. Is there guitar? Actually, let's do this. So you're going to hear the guitar now because it's coming through my mic that I'm speaking. So you can hear that. But when I shut off the room mic to give you the good audio, you very strange because it's been working the past few days. So I don't know what's up. No guitar. Why is this being weird? All right, let's check a few things. This is what happens when you're a live streamer and you don't have a crew. Nothing. Unbelievable. Okay, let's see what's going on. So we have the audio set to the correct thing, but somehow it's not getting the Axe-Fx piped in. So what is the deal? Shut that guy off. Maybe it's confused. Let's try again. So not to confuse anybody, I'm shutting the mic in the room off. Nope, still no audio. I could see now that there are no lights. Alright, so what is the deal? Let's mute it and turn it on and turn it off and start again. Let's see about now. Do we have lights? No lights, but I know you guys can hear that because we have, yeah, it's one of those days. Computer stuff. Ugh. Yeah, well, we have a nice crowd, so hang in there. Bear with me. I will try and get this fixed. I don't understand why, but let's see here. Axe-Fx 3. You are plugged in. You are going. So why don't I hear you? Or why don't you hear it? That's the question. Why don't the people hear it? People want guitar. It's guitar month. They don't want backing tracks. It's not backing track month. What in the world? Yes. Well, now you got yourselves a nice backing track to jam to. You can come back to this broadcast and play it over and over again. But what is going on? So let's see here. Axe-Fx. I'm just going to delete the Axe-Fx. Boom. Bye-bye. Now let's put it back in. Add. Resources. Axe-Fx 3. There you are. All right. Nothing. That's seriously obnoxious and annoying. Okay. I'm stumped. All right. Well, it could be the interface, which is really just the Axe-Fx because I have it going direct into my USB in the back of the computer. And, oh, let's try this. Does the Axe-Fx 3 edit work? If that doesn't work, then there's a problem with the USB cable. Let's launch the Axe-Fx 3 edit. And does it find the Axe-Fx 3? It certainly does. Alright, so something is really going on here with this. Let's see, is it showing up in the mixer? It's showing up there. I'm sorry, everybody. This is a freak accident weird thing. Don't know what is going on. Axe-Fx options. It's on 100%. It should be blasting. And it's not. I can see it clearly. Alright. Well, let's say hi to everybody first. So we have Wendy over on Twitch. And we have John Ramsey hanging in there with us. That's cool. And then we have Wendy on Facebook. and YouTube. Jesse Solomon. Yeah, I saw that and I was really confused because it's blasting loud and clear in here. And I had LEDs before, but now we don't. So I don't understand what's up. Let's see. We have Jay, Johnny, and Joy guitar, bass, and treble guitar, and you're playing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. I hope you're still here and not bailing because you're like, what is this guy doing? Hey, hey, how's it going? Eric, Ibanez Tone Eric. Only here in the backing track. I don't get it. So strange. Kadir, hello. Wow. Thank you. I wish you heard me playing. I wish everybody heard me playing. Pete Pingle, hello. Yeah, thanks for letting me know, and I'm glad other people let you know they weren't hearing it, because finally it was just like, what is up? Ed B. Metal. Man, the Pia is a beautiful axe, isn't it? I love this thing. It's just really classy. Yeah, and I know Jesse is a big Ibanez fan, Jesse Solomon. He's an awesome guitar player, people. Go check Jesse out. He's got a great album out, too, from a while back. I met Jesse because he was doing a clinic tour with Jennifer Batten, and I went to go see them one night at, I believe it was Sam Ash in Springfield, New Jersey. And it was awesome. Jennifer is just, she's great. I've met her a bunch of times. I actually have a guitar signed by her. It's actually her signature model that she had designed for her via Washburn. And that was the guitar she used mainly with, I believe, Michael Jackson, and when she played with, of course, the ever great, and we miss him dearly, Jeff Beck. Kevin J, what's up? Hello. Whoops, you disappeared. There you are. So I don't know. We're gonna have to get this straight because there's no point in broadcasting if there's no audio. Highly annoying. Oh my goodness. All right, so give me a minute here to figure this out, everybody, because I want to at least be able to represent the guitar properly. So why isn't it left and right? It's there. So if you guys can only see what I'm looking at, so actually you could. Let's try it. Screen share window, number 7. Bam. Okay, so that's the Axe FX 3, and that's the editor, and you can clearly see it's working, because if it didn't work, 1, I wouldn't hear it, and 2, these wonderful things in here called blocks wouldn't be visible. It would be blank across all blocks would be looking like this, just totally empty. So we have communication with the Axe FX 3. What I'm thinking this wackiness is probably it could be the mixer. Let's see here. I'll show you the mixer. So this is one of the things that I have to work with. It's the X32 mixer. So this guy is all the channels on the mixing board, and you're gonna see right here my guitar come through. But the output to the Axe effect, yeah, it's lit up there and it's marked in blue, so we're good. But you could see over here that we have a problem. So this is another thing, and this is how you guys get the audio. Everybody is hearing this thing. This is called loopback audio. And giving away all the trade secrets tonight. Because without getting this settled, we're going to have no gig. Alright, so this is what you're hearing me speak through, right? So if I shut, you can't hear me. And right here, where it says Axe-Fx 3, you should be seeing lights on left and right 1 and 2. And there's nothing. So I'm really disappointed. Why don't we have this? Go here. Let's go back. Man. Bummer. All right. Let's go back to some comments until I can figure this out in a minute. Let's get out of here. We'll go back to window number 1. There we are. All right. So basically, I'm going online every day in April because it's Guitar Month, and we're going to talk guitar, or we are talking guitar every night, and have been. The first 2 nights were a lot of fun. Went way longer than I anticipated and thought I would go because a lot of people joined in and had a lot of great questions. And up until this annoying audio issue, it's been really fun. Hey, Surfer Boy. Hello from Boston. Driving home and listening. All right. Well, hopefully I can get this audio situated. Jesse Solomon, it was great to meet you then, and I'm glad we could keep in touch. Yeah, it's been quite some time since that gig, and we've seen each other at a couple of NAMM shows since then, I believe, and I'm really glad we kept in touch. Like I said, check out Jesse. He's awesome. And Ed B. Metal, that's for sure. Ed B. Metal. The dude is like heavy metal. Go check out his channel. He's awesome. Yeah. Janice, hello Janice, and Surfer by wants one, maybe the Axe-Fx, since that's what I was talking about. Hey, here's my buddy Metalhead Hippie. Great show last night. Metalhead Hippie has an awesome channel. Go check out Metalhead Hippie. And all these folks are keeping music alive. Janice has a channel too. Check her out. She plays. It's really cool to see, the community that's on more so on like YouTube than it is in public, because there's a lot of places going out of business, or have been way before the pandemic. That had like the nail in the coffin, so to speak. But before that, a lot of places were starting to disappear. Live music is just kind of getting squished, and it's hard to find gigs, and it's a bit of a struggle for people to play out. So we turn to YouTube, and we have a wonderful community between all of these people that I'm talking about. So if you don't know who I'm talking about, go check them out. Ed B. Metal, Jesse Solomon, and Metalhead Hippie. Let's see, who else? Hey, let's go here. Tom Kajelin, what's going on? How you been? So, oddly enough, I don't think I told this story, but Tom is a friend of a student I used to teach a million years ago. And Tom has been watching me and, joining in on the streams, which is awesome, showing up. But just the other month, I'm talking to a friend, and I'm telling him about this whole story about how Tom reached out to me, and he sent me a really nice email, which was really cool, and let me know that, he's been following me for a while, mainly because his friend took lessons with me. And Tom went on to be, doing some stuff, like playing bass for Lady Gaga at the beginning. And and then I'm talking to a friend of mine who's also a former student, and he goes, and I didn't even mention Tom's name, I was just telling him the story, and he goes, "Is that Tom?" And I was like, "Yeah." And it turned out that my other former student, Mike Lasante, who opened up a School of Rock in Maywood, knows Tom. Total small world. Very, very interesting stuff, at least to me. So Tom, if you're still here, you can confirm that whole thing. Let's see. Mitch, Mitch Hammond, hello. And hello, hello, hello to you too. Let's see who else. What is the best way to learn the fretboard? Well, there's a lot of ways. A lot of people do shapes, like they go after these like octave shapes. Okay, so this is a quick way to do it. If you know one note, then you could find two more in the same area. So I gotta make sure that other, yeah, good, or else you wouldn't be hearing me talk this whole time. So basically, the best way and an easy way without getting too crazy and having to do some meditation, memorization, and meditation would be pick a note. Say 6 string is the easiest because everybody learns from this string. So let's grab A, because that's a universally known note at the 5th fret, right? So we have A. If you skip a string, and let's clean it up for this. We don't need the crazy delay and distortion. All right. A at the 5th fret, skip a fret and a string, and that's also an A. Now go the opposite way, like this. Here's the A, and then the first string is also an A, but it's 2 over and 1 string. Okay, so you can do that. But now check this out. If you move this shape, now let's zoom in. So here's the shape, right? And it's the 4th string skipping to the 1st string. So now you have 2 strings in between, right? So you have 2 strings in between and 1 fret. If you move that to the 5th string, and you know maybe that the 5th string 7th fret is an E. If you keep the 2 strings in the middle as ones that you don't play, so skip 2 strings and go back 1 fret backwards, okay? That's also an E. So that's a quick way to just kind of figure out some notes in that particular area, okay? So hopefully that helped. And let's see. Let's move on to... Who's up? Who's new here? Oh, hey, Mr. Formiati. Hello. Hello. Good day from down under. So we have Australia in the house. We have some New Jersey people. We have Alaska. California, I believe. Hey, Jamie. What's up? Jamie. Yeah. So... yeah, hopefully that helped you out with the octave way to memorize the notes. Now, the other way to memorize the notes is to just literally take it string by string and then start memorizing, 1 fret at a time and try and really concentrate. Still using the fractal. Yeah, I am. Tonight it's not the fractal's fault, but nobody can really hear it because it's being annoying. And not the fractal, the software... I believe. You know what? I'm going to try something. I'm going to close, loop back. Hopefully you'll still hear me after I quit it. If not, I'll be right back, but I'll be here. I'm not going to end the broadcast. Quit. Hear me. Okay. Now let's see. Oh, now it came back. But I didn't want it to come back. All right. Now let's try the Axe-Fx. Does it work? No, it doesn't work again. Ugh. All right. It's not the Axe-Fx that's not working. It's this annoying software. I don't understand why. Because like I said, we have Axe-Fx working in the software outside of the audio. Yeah, I know. You did hear it. You definitely heard it. Yep. And, what you're hearing is the room mic from my desk. You're not hearing really great stereo audio, that is proper. Play Nobody's Fault But Mine. I don't know that song. But it still sounds good, right, Mitch? No, you'll hear the effects. You'll hear everything. But you're not hearing all the cool panning and stuff. It's just this one mono microphone on the desk. And if you look back at last night's broadcasts and when I play, you'll hear the difference. It's much more crisp and real. Yeah. Yeah, Led Zeppelin. Oh, thank you so much. The way you play, everything sounds good. I can tell the mic is picking it up. Yeah, so... Well, if everybody's patient, I will try and work with it. We have 30-something people watching. Of course we have 30-something people watching tonight, and the audio is being obnoxious. All right, so let's see. Let's see here. If anybody has a question, do me a favor and try and use a capital Q and a colon, because I can search it that way and find your questions, because, the chat, I have 4 platforms going. I have Twitch, YouTube, and 2 Facebook pages, and I could see everybody's comments in one big giant window. But a Q with a semicolon and in capitals, I'll see it better, and it'll grab my attention. I'll make sure I answer your question. Like this one, are you using OBS to StreamYards? I am using Ecamm on my Mac to what's the other one? Restream. That's what I'm using. So it's Ecamm to Restream, but my audio, I don't know if you were here before, Mitch, for this part, but I'll just show you real quick again. So this is what we got going on. I'm using this thing called Loopback Audio, and I'm pointing at stuff, and I'm on the wrong screen. And that's the Axe-Fx 3 right there. And as you can see, there's no LEDs coming out over here, only from my desktop Snowball microphone. So when I play a chord, it's coming through there, but when I do, performances, or I want to show you like the tones of the guitar, this guy right here is what we want, and it's not showing up. So I don't understand why. I deleted it and brought it back in, but it's just being a real difficult pain in the butt. Yeah, it's there, but no, it's just not working. It does not want to do it. Hey, David, long time no see. I'm doing okay, thanks. Let's back up. Yo, what up, Vince? Who's this? Where are we? Bob, what's going on? Let's get the big screen back. There we go. And let's get Bob. Oops. Bob disappeared. Where did he go? I lost my comment. Oh, well, let's go back and find Bob again. There he is, back there. Love YouTube for reminding me. Hey, you're in Austin, Texas. Cool. My cousin is in Texas. He's in... Oh, I forget the name of the... I have no brain. But he's in Texas. Texas is big. Guys probably aren't near each other. Let's see. Yes, I know it was by Zeppelin, but I don't know the song. Like, I don't know how to play it. I know the song. Let's see. Who else is hanging out? Love that gem. Well, this guy is a Pia. Unless you're talking about the gem back there. But yeah, Jamie, this thing's just ridiculous. It's really awesome. I have a few favorite guitars, and it's becoming a problem because I love them both, or all three of them: the Parker Fly, the Strandberg, and the Pia. And they all play extremely differently. The necks are different sizes. The only thing they have in common is they all have stainless steel frets, which makes them glide wonderfully. Let's see. I'll be that guy. Is it plugged in? Tom Fuchs. Oh my God. One of my, wow, very, very former students. I taught him when he was like 10. Yeah. Holy cow. Tom Fuchs. What's up? Good to see you here. Um, I met an ex-girlfriend like that. I was on stage and I'm trying to tune the guitar, and I was, you had back in the day those big giant tuners, and the tuner was positioned just right where I couldn't see that the plug wasn't plugged in, and I'm trying to tune. It was ridiculous, and I'm on the stage, and she grabs the cable and goes like this and holds it in front of me. You're not plugged in. I felt like an idiot. Yeah. Um. Wow. All right. Let's see. Yes, I know Loopback. Yeah, Loopback is awesome. It does. It's great, and it worked, and it has been working. I just don't know why it's not working. Maybe I need to just shut the Axe-Fx off and start again, and maybe it'll find it. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe, yeah, maybe. Let's go through some more comments though first. Who's my favorite guitar player? Well, I have a list of them. There's like a top 5 now, but my all-time favorite was absolutely Randy Rhoads. Man, he just really got me going when I was a kid. That was all I listened to for months, was just Randy Rhoads, Blizzard of Oz, and Diary of a Madman. Those were my two. I sat and figured out everything I could off of both of those albums. And it got to the point where I remember one day my mom walked in and she said, I love these albums. My mom's a rocker, okay? She was like, I love Ozzy. I love the music you're playing. But she's like, you know it. I hear you playing, like, note for note to everything. I can't tell if it's you or the record. Don't you want to learn anything else? So I was like, oh yeah, definitely. And my other was Van Halen. So that's kind of the wall behind me. It's like Van Halen, Randy Rhoads, Nuno Bettencourt, Steve Vai. So those are all the signature guitars that I have sitting back there. And of course there's others. Les Paul. I mean, geez, he did everything before everybody. Let's see. Who else? The first time I saw you play, you were doing a demo of the Tech 21, Tech 30. Oh, wow. Yeah. That's an old YouTube video. Yeah. That was something else. They have some great gear. I still use a lot of their stuff. On the floor behind me are the Tech 21 Deuce Deluxes. Those are the newer power engines. Awesome stuff. They were just great company. I still like them. They're still making things. They're incredible. Tom, 96 to 2004, you were 6. Oh my God, and now you're 32. Amazing. Well, I'm glad we still keep in touch, even if it's like this. It's awesome to see. That is so cool. Hey Frank, what's going on? Hope you're still here, getting around to the comments. Been trying to get this audio thing situated. Sorry, not ignoring people on purpose. Vince, do you still have your Music Man JP? Yes, I do. That guitar is awesome. I haven't played it too much because I really, like I said, I really enjoy the Pia and the Strandberg and of course the Parker. But the closest to a Parker Fly is the JP. Maybe I'll show everybody that one. It's got such a tiny body, so when you get to playing it, it's super comfortable. It's almost too comfortable. It's pretty nuts. Let's see. Kajelin Tom. Oh, I have to go back to. What do you think of Steve Lukather? Ay, man. Steve Lukather is like definitely probably between him and Vi. I listen to those guys the most now. You know, like just Lukather's incredible. I met him a while ago at an NAMM show, and he's a really cool dude. And at the time, he was still drinking. It was many years ago. This one particular time I met him. I met him a couple other times since then, but this one time he was still drinking, and it was in the Marriott Hotel at the NAMM show, which is the big spot. My good friend Larry Mitchell now runs an open jam there, and at the time, oh my God, what was that guy's name? Wore like a black leather cowboy hat, and he played rhythm guitar with Steve Vai once. He was on tour. I'll think of him in a little bit probably, but this guy was amazing. All he did was play acoustic with a slide. It was amazing. But anyway, Steve was there, and we wound up hanging out, and definitely had a bit to drink. It was hilarious. Yeah. Anyway, I have a picture of the two of us together, but it was terrible, so I will not show that to anyone. I bought a Tech 21 trademark and a Power Engine, Deuce Deluxe. Yeah, I'm telling. Oh man, they are so good. Yeah. Randy Rhoads was brilliant. Yes, you know, Randy was again my top guitar player. Wendy and I just watched that Randy Rhoads documentary on, I think it's on Amazon, but it was awesome. I just really wish they were able to play some Ozzy tunes, but you know, Sharon has that all locked up, and it probably would have cost that poor guy that made it $1 million to use any clips of Ozzy. So everything on there is Quiet Riot, which you know isn't terrible, but it would have been nice to hear some Randy Rhoads with Ozzy, because once he got into the band with Ozzy, he really flourished and was challenged. So he was really doing some great stuff. I love Gem as well, but Wendy said to go with Strandberg, so that's my next guitar, even though the Blue Parker last night was dope. Yeah, man. You know what? Here, let's do this. So I'm gonna try and get this working. The Strandbergs are incredible. So one thing I was talking about last night that everybody has stolen from Parker, okay, is this. So let's go to screen 2. And all the higher priced, well-built guitars, whoops, we got to go this way, don't we? Yeah. Have, this is a 5-piece neck, okay? Those two little brown, okay, that's carbon fiber. It goes through the whole guitar, right up, I'm looking at the wrong camera again, right up to the top of the headstock. You see that? So you could see, now that's carbon fiber reinforcement, and that keeps the neck super solid, and this thing barely goes out of tune as well. And that's what I like about more of the modern guitar builds, is now they're using stainless steel frets. Parker was the first one to do that. They're using carbon fiber reinforcement. Parker was absolutely the first one to do that. And Parker was the first one to have a piezo pickup built in. But here's the Strandberg. This thing weighs about 4.5 pounds. Awesome guitar. And funny, years ago I turned my students onto Parkers. And Parker was bought by U.S. Music. And I was telling some of you guys last night that, you know, U.S. Music, Washburn, Randall, and then what's the name of that amp company? Eden. Were all under the same roof. And I wound up doing some clinic tours with guys like Stu Ham and what's his name now? Why can't I think? But anyway, Stu Ham. And then, of course, we did other stuff with Parker. And then one day, one of the reps tells me they acquired a new company. And it was a really weird guitar like Parker, you know, and they were trying to get away from Parker because it was too weird. And the weird guitar happened to be Strandberg. And thank God Ola got out of whatever contract those guys had him on, because they killed Parker and they probably would have killed Strandberg. So anyhow, this was under Washburn, but I never got one back then, because at that point I think Ola realized what was up, and that was only a brief time, and he pulled out. So anyhow, super light, and the great thing about this guitar is when you put it in your lap, it stays put. It's super light, just like the Parker, and it has this incredible cutaway in the back here, so you can reach every fret, and it flutters like a Ibanez, but not quite as, I don't know, vicious, let's say, because the Ibanez is just, when you flutter that thing, it goes insane. So this has a bit of a flutter, and it plays amazing, and it sounds great, you know? So I wish you had the good audio though. Bummer. But yeah, the Strandbergs are definitely worth checking out. Let's see. Who did I miss here? Grew up in the 70s. I was a Page. I only Blackmore Hendrix. Yeah, you know what? I didn't grow up in the 70s, but I came through shortly after. And I'll tell you, Page, Iommi, and Blackmore are all on my list, especially Jimi Hendrix. Yeah, so, Foreigner, same thing. And I think he plays a Parker. But yeah, all of those guys. I mean, I would sit and figure out all of those riffs. That was like... all of that stuff. How can you go wrong with learning that? Yeah. So let's see. Let's see who else we have here. Randy Rhoads is brilliant. Yes, we've talked about that. It's hard to say who's the best for me. So many good guitarists. I think of some of the guitarists here in the guitar community as good as anybody. Yeah, there's a lot of great players that are hanging out, and they have awesome channels. I don't know if you ever did this. I used to learn songs by playing records at... Yeah, well, that was definitely what I would do. So my grandfather had this old giant... I mean, it was the size... the old school entertainment centers from, I don't know what year it was. 50s and 60s, with the Victrola and the whole bit, all built in with the giant speakers and the TV, the whole wall unit. But eventually they got rid of that stuff, and he kept all the electronics, and the turntable was able to, do half speed. So he had this turntable up in the attic, and I was telling him what I was doing. I said, this stuff is too fast. And he goes, oh, if you put that on and you cut the speed down to 78, it'll play it slower. And I was like, ooh. So he actually made a little box for me with a speaker, because he had to pull it out of the big unit. And I just sat there and figured out stuff on half speed, but it sounded like, super slow. It was an octave lower, so it was pretty challenging, and that's what really got my ear to be sharp, other than the piano lessons with my grandmother on the other side of the family. Jesse, wonder if the guitar channel in the mixer is routed to a different output. Yeah, it could be, but oddly though, I haven't touched anything in weeks, and it should have just worked. But you know what? Let me just do, before we go on with any more, because you guys are really chatting it up tonight, and you have a lot of great questions. Let me see if I can just reboot the Axe-Fx and see if that solves it. So where did I leave off? There. Okay, cool. I played a Parker once. Very light guitar, and I liked it. Yeah, they are fantastic, especially if you're doing a lot of gigs and you're standing. They're so easy on your back and neck and all of it. Plus, the way they're designed, the necks are so easy to play. Their slogan was "Nothing plays like a Parker," and it's totally true. I mean, I've played so many guitars, and I own a bunch of guitars, and yeah, nothing plays like a Parker. And I swear this will be the last guitar I ever buy. Right? I'll ever buy, but I am very good at swearing. I am very good at swearing. I forget what my own shirt says. I believe my mother-in-law bought me this shirt for Christmas one year. And yes, Steve Lukather is awesome. We've seen Steve play with Toto. His autobiography is hilarious. If you guys are Steve Lukather fans and you haven't heard this yet, it's called the Gospel According to Luke, and it's his life story, and he narrates it. It's 5 hours long, and it is hilarious. And he curses like a truck driver, so be careful if you buy it and you have kids, or if you get a little put off by people who curse. He just tells it how it is and kind of goes a little crazy. Yes. All right, so bear with me for 2 seconds here. Be right back. Everybody sing a little song to yourselves. All right. Check 1, 2. I see lights. I see audio. Now let's see. It's not working again. Unbelievable, man. Wow. That is so strange. I don't get it. Options. Open it up. Nothing. Huh. There's definitely something interfering. And I don't know what this is and why. Quit. Can we quit this? Maybe this is interfering. Let's see. Maybe the UAD is interfering. How about now? No. Very annoying. Alright, so let's try this. I'm not going to be able to tell how loud this is. That might be dangerous, but let's see what happens. I just remembered in Ecamm, I can actually bring in an audio device. Alright, this should work. Let's mute so I don't offend your ears. Tuner. Alright. Now No, it's not working. So there's definitely something odd. Axe effects. Setup. I am definitely stumped because everything was working and now nothing's working. I'm sorry, everybody. I will figure this out for tomorrow night for sure, but we will just continue on talking about guitar stuff and not worry about this right now. But I am stumped. It's not coming through on any of my... Yep, none of my software will not pick it up. The only thing it picks up is the Axe-Fx Edit. Let's try quitting that. Let's see if it shows up now. Axe Edit is closed. All this technical stuff, but if I didn't do it this way, it wouldn't sound nearly as good. So let's add the audio, Axe-Fx 3, and we still don't have audio. Nope. All right. Anyhow, let's see what other questions we have or conversation topics we have. Question. I have trouble alternate picking at fast speed. I can only get so fast at it and never improve. Any suggestions? Yes, because believe it or not, that is one of my weaknesses. And I think that's most guitar players' weaknesses, is just getting the right hand in sync with the left hand. So I have a metronome, and I usually always play with that or a drum machine. And I'll just pop the metronome on, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we're in 3/4. So let's change that back to 4/4, please. Boom. There we go. 3, 4, 1, 2. And then what I'll do is when I first really got into trying to play faster, 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and I had the and on. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and but I wouldn't try and play on the end at first. I would just start doing like regular scale straight through at a decent speed. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Well, that's playing on the end. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 alternate pick. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 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 trick is 4 and 1 and don't make the metronome faster. Play on the ands now. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3. So if that's a problem, then you need to slow it down from there. And then of course you throw in the 16th notes. Got him talking. That's going to drive everybody nuts. Let's stop him from talking. Stop. Let's put the tone back on. Ooh, that's terrible. Yeah, let's go woodblock. Alright, that's cool. That one yenda would go crazy at a faster speed. So here we go. Let's try that again. Alright. So that's 16th notes. So I'm not warmed up, but that's the idea. So now let's bring that down. And then you want to make sure that every loud click is 1, 2, right? 1 E enda, 2 E enda, 3 E enda, 4 E enda, right? So now this guy should be actually down 1. Ah, that's not making the accent. Well, seems like I'm technology challenged tonight. But you get the idea. So now, basically what I would do is then I would break it down into sections. So instead of trying to do the whole scale that fast, or at any speed that's difficult, I would just hang and try and get those 6 notes down. take it from there. And of course, just try an alternate pick and be clean about it. So as soon as it starts getting flubby or messy, you got to bring it back. And then, you know, really try and put a leash on what you think is fast or slow, and what's the speed that you don't have any mistakes. That's the question, is what's the speed that I can play at where I'm not making any mistakes and I'm able to consistently do alternate picking. So that's the challenge. So it's a little different for everybody, but if you do like just simple exercises or little 6-note groupings or 4-note groupings, you know, and then add a new one every time, so you get used to that section. I find that to be helpful, is just taking small clusters of scales, getting used to that section, and then move on. Hopefully that helped. Let's see. 1980, when I was attending University of Buffalo, I traded my first row Ozzy tickets for the Blizzard of Oz tour to a friend for first row tickets for Santana. Oh man, wow, bummer. I never got to see Randy live except the after hours video that is now all over the internet. But a friend of mine was a really obsessed music fan, and he would find these videos on videotape back in the 80s, and he found that. Oh man, yeah, I bet. Oh my god. Man, I would say you're so wait, okay, so Mitch. Okay. Cool. Let's see. All right. There we go. There it is. Question. There it is. That headless guitar has fan frets. Yes, they are fan frets. And what's awesome about it is when you get up here and you're playing chords, your wrist tends to bend that way naturally. So when you're on a regular fretted guitar that's straight, these angles help. But the real reason why they're fanned is because the lower strings are a Les Paul scale and the higher strings are a Strat scale. Reason being is a shorter scale on the high end doesn't get as piercing and has a warmer tone, and the low end, having a longer scale, doesn't get flubby on the bottom end and has very clear, or there's more clarity on the lower strings. Yeah. Thanks, Scott. I'm glad you're digging it. How is the locking system? On this, it's awesome. Technically, there is no real locking system, because what happens is you put the strings through the top there and just lock those guys down, but the string goes through the back end first. So you put the string through the tremolo bar, bring it up here, pull it nice and tight, clamp it down, and that's it. So there's no wiggle room, and you tune from here. So they eliminated the tuners from up top, and being that you tune down here, it stays in tune a lot more stable than the regular. And these strings have been on since October, and I can tell you that for the reason of October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I've been doing this for years. And I put them on every October and see how long they last. And they usually last till about August. And I wear them out and break them, so you could see that on the higher strings, this way, the pink is all worn off where I pick, and certain areas of the neck where I play a lot. But yeah, they stay in tune great. The guitar, stainless steel frets, so it's very smooth to bend. So I can't say enough about these guys. And it has a trapezoid neck, so you see that, how it's cut? Pretty crazy, right? So it's flat. And the reason it is flat in 3 sections, let's turn it over, you'll really see it. See that? That's pretty nuts. The reason it's flat like that is because those are the spots where you need to put your thumb. So I always teach my students to keep their thumb flat behind the neck. That's another thing if you're trying to play fast. You keep your thumb flat behind the neck, you'll get a better stretch. Let's go over to here. Boom. So you get the back camera here. You can see that, right? So you see my thumb. So if I play chords, if I play leads, my thumb gets a little higher, and that flat area, your thumb just sits there naturally, and it's great. So all right, and then if you play other chords that are down, like maybe, well, I shouldn't say down, but more like a jazz chord, let's say. So if you're playing something like this, your thumb starts to get toward the top, and it's flat here too. So now you have this great way of gripping the guitar without stressing out your hand. So the whole guitar was designed with ergonomics and, players who play for hours on end. I usually use this guitar or a Parker when I teach, because when you're sitting for, 4 to 6 to 8 hours a day, and, you got something like a Les Paul or a Strat or the Pia, they're just really heavy, winds up digging into your leg and your chest and the weight. So it's really annoying. But this thing, you don't even feel like you have anything on there. Let's see. What's up, Vince? Haven't caught you live in a minute. Yes, John, good to see you. Wow, no 80s. I guess I missed that. I had a question. You ever had to refret your Parkers? No, I have not needed a refret, but I have had. Now, people are a little crazy about this. Oh, nice. Wow, cool. People have had frets fall off, and let me get into more detail with that. So, frets falling off of Parker Flies. There was like 1 or 2 years where they changed the glue after Ken moved the company to Chicago, and it was under U.S. Music. U.S. Music decided, hey, you're spending too much money on glue, so we need to change that. And this is what we're going to use. So I think it was 2008 and maybe 2007, or it was 2008 and 2009. But it's a 2-year span somewhere in there where certain guitars had problems because the glue and the humidity didn't quite mix well. Whereas when they were building them in Boston, they used a different glue, and he had a better way of controlling the humidity, I guess, in his shop. So those guitars are solid. The blue one that I played last night, this is a 1995, and this thing is in all original shape. Okay? Everything about it is original. All the frets. Thing is spotless. I'm really careful with my gear. I've only had one really freak episode where we took a break and some knucklehead jumped on the stage and grabbed my guitar. He was totally wasted drunk, and he's standing there going like this, yeah, I'm a rock star. And I was just like, put it down or I'm going to kill you. And my bass player said pretty much the same thing to him before I saw it. I started yelling at him, but my bass player was like, dude, you really need to put that down like right now. And thankfully it wasn't this guitar. He grabbed one of the other Parkers that I have as a backup. But they're super solid, is what I'm getting at. Another time I accidentally didn't zipper my case shut, and I lifted it up off the floor, and the guitar fell out face down. That was the same green Parker. That poor thing. It's the workhorse, but it doesn't have a scratch on it. And it fell out of the case, like face down, boom. And I was just like, oh, my heart sank. I was like, oh my God. And again, nothing happened to it. So all of these pre-US Music guitars are a ton of money online, and they're super solid guitars. So Let's see, who else? Who else? Who else? Um, okay, so I saw the refret one, so let's see who else has questions. All right, we got some Led Zeppelin comments, which is great. Janice, I played records and sang to them in a cassette recorder. My microphone, one channel. Yeah, you know that before I got into recording, like with, there were no computers. I had a 4-track, which is over there too, my very first 4-track. And I would pipe in the tunes and play along and record myself in one side and have the actual song in the other. Do I happen to know Ali Shayes? I don't know how to say that. Shayes? I'm terrible with. He's a friend of Vi's. No, I don't. Don't know him or her. Sorry. Well, you said he's, so obviously Ali is not a female. Got it. No, I don't know him. Sorry. Let's see. Better call Wendy to the rescue. Yes, I need help over here. Oh man, I don't know what is going on with my Axe-Fx tonight. It's really annoying. I really don't think it's the Axe-Fx. I still think it's something to do with this routing system of the loopback audio. But then again, maybe not, because it wouldn't bring it into our streaming software, which is Ecamm. So yeah, maybe there is something going on with the Axe-Fx that I don't understand right now. All right, well, we're just gonna keep going. Oh wow, we're already an hour and 15 minutes into it almost. Hour and 13 minutes. Look at that. Nice. Show the picture. Surfer Boy, what picture were you talking about? I lost. I don't see the previous comments. Something must have been part of a conversation that I missed earlier. Let's see. So real quick, let's get to a little bit of business. If anybody is hanging out right now and is or has a Twitch account, please go over to Twitch, log in to this stream, say a few things, say hi, just so I can get the action over there for a few minutes, because I'm trying to become a partner with them, which would allow me to make some money while I stream, and it doesn't cost anybody anything. So if you have a Twitch account, please go over there and just sign in and say, hey, what's up? Or, and then come back over to whatever platform you like the best, especially if there's more people on Facebook or YouTube. Apparently we have about 25 across the whole, across all four. It looks like 25, 26. It keeps bouncing. 24, people come and go. But, if you can just jump over to Twitch real quick and say hi over there, that would be awesome. It would help me out. All right. Question: has anyone ever did Voodoo Child better than SRV? In my opinion, man, you know what? His version is pretty cool. And what else does he do that's really awesome? Little Wing. However, I do really like, and I don't know if you've heard this, John, so check it out. I think it was either 2020 or 2021, Neil Sean from Journey put out a solo album, and he does Voodoo Child on there, and it's pretty slamming. It's heavier than Stevie. Stevie kind of stuck to the blues genre, and Neil Sean went like, Neil Sean genre, which is like, blues metal. In my opinion, he's kind of like that kind of guitar player. He's another one that I love. So it's like Steve Lukather, Neil Sean, all of these other guys. So basically, like when I first started, it was Randy Rhoads, Eddie Van Halen, and that was it. those were like enough for me. I was trying to figure out everything I could by those guys. You know, Hot for Teacher, when that came out, I was like sitting around trying to get that to happen. You know, Eruption, all of it. You know, it's just like the typical guitar stuff that's like, if you don't know it as a guitar player, you know, you got a problem. Like you gotta learn some of these riffs. Not if you can't learn them note for note, that's okay. But like these are iconic people that have affected the music business and the way the guitar is played. So I just really suggest that if you haven't tried to sit down with like Van Halen and Randy Rhoads, Yngwie, even some Yngwie, I remember figuring out some of his stuff. He's just impossible because of the speed. But I would slow it down and play to it slow. So that would really help with the chops. If you can't play something up to speed, don't ditch it. Like try and just play it because you're going to learn something from it. So like this isn't stuff that I would do like when I play because I'm not a sweet picker, but I loved like the little A minor riffs that he would do. I don't practice it, but if I did, I'd be halfway decent at it. But when I was a kid, I would sit there and just go. And then go back. You know, and I'd have the metronome on. I just saw Jamie's comment. I need a way sexier chick metronome. Yes, I agree. That 1, 2, 3, 4 is really annoying. Let's see. Do you have to change source in Ecamm? No, it actually allows you to do multiple mics. So in Ecamm, I could have just my desktop mic and the Axe-Fx coming in. But for some reason tonight, it will not show up. I wonder if I turn on the FM3, if that'll work. Because I got a nice group of people here. I want to play for you. I want to hang out and have it sound right when I demo the guitar or something. So, you know, still the mic. Yeah, still the mic. Boo! It's really annoying. It's annoying me beyond belief. Hello! Salute! Let's see. Better call Jake. Yeah, Jake Thistle. Now that kid, let me tell you something. Jake is awesome. And I met him when he was 9, I think. And he came up and did probably Stevie Ray Vaughan, Pride and Joy. That was one of his staple tunes when he would sit in with us. So check out Jake Thistle. And if you do, tell him I sent you. But yeah, he is the furthest from technology, let me tell you. He doesn't like it. He doesn't want to deal with it. He is more of a traditional Strat or Tele into an amplifier. He did wind up getting a Boss modeler because he saw my Axe-Fx and, you know, he realized that when you're moving around and playing a lot of gigs, it's not very convenient to bring, you know, a Fender Twin, which we talked about last night about gear that is too heavy and too loud for most venues. You can't walk into most bars and play at the volume that you need to play for the amp to sound good. And that was one huge compliment that I always got when we played out was, you know, how come when I go to bars, I can't hear every instrument in the band, but when I come to see you, I hear everything crystal clear? And I would say that's because we have everything under control, and my guitar is not coming through a Marshall half stack or a Fender Twin or a Mesa that these guys just crank the hell out of and blow out the, you know, the patrons. I remember being in a cover band years ago. I was a sub, and then they finally hired me full time and got rid of the other guy because he was canceling on them too much. And one of the first gigs we did, I noticed that when we started playing, everybody started to go back and sit away from us. The drummer would mic every drum, and we were loud. I mean, it was crazy. So I'd have to turn up because you couldn't hear me over a mic drum kit through a huge PA. It was 15 and a horn, and then a 212 and a horn on top of that was the PA system. It was just deafening. Sounded amazing, but it was too loud for these little clubs we were playing in. So when I first got in the band, I didn't say much. I wasn't really, I just felt it was out of place. But as we were going through things, I said, "Hey guys, I said, watch tonight when we start." I said, all of those girls and that table over there with the guys and those two people standing on the side are all going to move when we hit the first tune. And by the second verse, I was correct because we were too loud. Now, actually, that same band, I do play with some of those guys. The drummer has an electric kit. I have the Axe Effects. The bass player, he's got a smaller bass rig. And now when we play, the sound is like we could dial in any level for any restaurant gig or big venue. Doesn't matter. Because we're able to control the sound way better because everybody's direct, including the drummer. So let's see. Yeah, maybe I'll just try plugging in something else here. Either the FM3 or the FM9 and try and get this to work. I don't know why we are not getting audio. It's really annoying. And I apologize because it's been working. Let's see. Nope, still not doing it. Interesting. I'll try one more time. Let's delete it. Let's add it back in. Axe Effects 3. Axe Effects 3. There you are. No. Must be a setting in the Axe Effects 3. Let's see something. Let me go to the USB output of the Axe Effects 3. We could try that. Shouldn't really have anything to do with it, but maybe it does. Maybe something got changed between last night and tonight, and I didn't do an update, so I don't know what that is all about. Sorry if I'm boring you guys. Anybody else have questions? Let's see. Did I miss anything? I can do that, but when I got to 16th notes. That might be his next part. When I got to 16th notes. Yes, 16th notes are tough. And again, maybe just dial it back and really try again with, that kind of mentality of just doing groupings of 4 to 6 notes. And then see if that helps. All right. USB audio. So we have audio input, audio output, stereo, 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 stereo. Everything is right. That changed. Copy output 1 is off. Turn that on. Do we have lights? Let's see. Move that over here so I can see it. No lights. Alright, so that wasn't it. But that should have been on anyway. Internal... USB output. Out 1. Nope, still not working. Not working there either. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Something strange happened between yesterday and today, and I don't know what it is. Bummer, everyone. And the only way I could figure it out is if I go live. But I could just go live to a blank page without everybody dealing with my annoying audio issues. All right. So, any other questions or comments? So, basically, let's get to the point of the broadcast for anybody who came in and didn't hear what I'm doing. So, every day I'm going live just to reinvigorate myself and other people for International Guitar Month. So, April is International Guitar Month, and it started in 1987, and it was first started by this retail group, Guitar Accessories Marketing Association, GAMA. Okay, and basically they wanted to try and promote and make sales during April to get people to buy stuff. So, the whole industry was supposed to discount heavily during April and all of that kind of stuff. And they would have specials on gear. I don't think it ever really took off the way they planned because a lot of people don't know this exists. And I'm really surprised. So, let's get it out there. And it doesn't mean I'm promoting this so you go buy stuff. Like, I can care less. I don't want you to buy stuff if you don't want to buy stuff. It doesn't affect me any. I don't get commission on it. But the whole point is if you haven't been playing, maybe April is the month to reinvigorate the love of guitar for yourself and just get on it and play, or like the other night, I think it was Monday, no, that was yesterday, or that's today. Jeez, Saturday was the first? Yeah. My friend Keith was on, and he plays saxophone, and he said, maybe I'll just drag out my saxophone and start playing. Yes, do it. If you play an instrument, we talked about this, it lowers your blood pressure, except when your audio interface doesn't work properly. That's when your blood pressure goes right through the roof. But it's a form of meditation, okay? And it's really cool. It really helps, get the inspiration going. Oh, hey, look, I think there's a problem with Ecamm, and I don't want to end and kill the broadcast, but there's a whole bunch of people over on Twitch that I didn't see in these comments. Interesting. I wonder if there's an Ecamm problem. Well, that would really stink. I'll have to go on their website later and see if there's any kind of audio issues. And I also don't see any comments. So somebody on YouTube or Facebook, comment right now. And Twitch. Everybody, just comment right now. It says there's 25 people on across all the platforms, and I'm seeing 0 comments. All right, except when I go over to my Twitch account, which is on another computer, open, I see people talking. Ed Bronx, hello. I didn't see you before. Sorry. Let's see who else. Helix Guy. Yeah, man. See, now I can't bring you in. I can't bring you into the chat because something's up. It's definitely got to be Ecamm. All right. So let's go back. So we have Janice on Twitch. We have Ed on Twitch. Hello, Ed Bronx. Not sure if it's my imagination, but the video quality appears better here on Twitch than YouTube. No, and I talked about that before. Twitch is a gaming and a video platform, and their audio and video are outstanding. They're really trying to become like the next YouTube, but for streamers. So they opened up a lot of perks for musicians, and you're right. The audio and video is way better on Twitch than it is on YouTube, and like 1,000,000 times better than it is on Facebook. So I keep trying to get people to go over. See, there's another guy, Ed Bronx, right? Yeah. So it's not your imagination. It's for real. Let's see, who else is here? Janice and Ed, and there was somebody else, but where did that go? First time chat is Ed. Oh, so that's Ed B. Metal. Aha. All right, cool. Um, Still need to change my username, old account. Okay. So let's see, what else? Twitch most definitely looks better. You got it side by side. Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah, and the Helix is a great unit too. Um, I'm going to try closing the comments. I hope it doesn't kill it. And then I'm going to go here and go to Windows and open up my chat window again. Maybe this will start getting things to work. Window, where's the chat window? It disappeared. Yeah, I'm just having one of those nights. Interview chat. No, I just want regular chat. Just open up the chat window. Awesome. So now I see no comments because I just killed it. And it's not giving me... Alright, well, this is one of those nights. Can't have a perfect night every time. So I'll just open up YouTube over here. Yeah, look, there's a whole bunch of other comments over here that I didn't see. All right, well, you know what? Maybe this broadcast has to get cut short tonight, which still is long. I mean, we're on for an hour and a half. They were only supposed to be quick hits and go, but I love that everybody's interested and has questions and likes to hang out because it's awesome, and I'm having fun doing it. And I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, we can figure out this garbage here with the two issues now that I'm having, which is chat not working properly, and this audio thing has got to get fixed. That is definitely something I have to work on tonight because this is what I use to teach. So when I'm teaching, I have super good quality audio for my students, and then at the end of every lesson, I do a recap between 5 and 10 minutes for everybody. So, I got to get this fixed by tomorrow because I teach during the day and then I have a couple lessons at night. So I'm going to try and go live in between there somewhere. So I got to get this fixed. But anyhow, it's cool because I have these different angles. So, when we're doing something, we could zoom in on my hand and then you could see me at least talking to you up in the corner, and then I have the reverse cam so you can see where my thumb is at all times. I kind of feel like, it's important to see what I'm doing there. And I have the real close thumb cam over here, right? And then when I'm doing Axe Effects stuff, you got my pedals on the floor because I show people how to program things on both the pedal and, and in the software. But for some reason, we're just having issues tonight. So, let's see. Is this working now? No, still not working. Come back to here. All right. Well, anyhow, Metalhead Hippies here. Hello. Yeah, Ed Bronx on Twitch. All right, cool. Are you a fan of the SS frets? I built an HSS Strat during the pandemic with them. I like them. Yeah, I love the stainless steel frets. It's like butter when you bend. It really is. And then when you slide, it's fantastic. It's like everything with stainless steel frets feels like you're gliding. And the extra perk of the Parker Fly is the neck, the fingerboard is also carbon fiber. So not only does it have a carbon fiber reinforcement across the entire back of the guitar, but you could see the little honeycomb looking on the fretboard. It's hard to see with the glare, but this thing, it just glides. It really is like, you know, again, Parker's slogan was nothing plays like a Parker, and they're 210% correct. But Adrian Blue basically said the Parker Fly is the Ferrari of guitars, which it really is. It's just such a fast playing guitar. Now, Ola is doing something new with the Strandberg guitars. He's using something called Richlite on the fretboard. It's basically like a composite wood, but doesn't feel like wood. And again, that's more like a carbon fiber style fingerboard, and that is supposedly like butter as well, the Richlite. The other company that started doing that was Kiesel. So a lot of people are going to this new composite stuff because, one, it lasts way longer than ebony or rosewood. And then the other thing is it's more stable. So the guitar won't go out of tune. The frets won't become sharp edges because the fretboard won't shrink during the winter when it gets cold and dry. So it's a lot more stable on many levels. So Richlite is pretty cool. Let's see if I can get this open again. Chat, are you there? Nah, it's not working. Unbelievable. So we have a few issues to get happening here. What a pain. Show all utility windows. Let's try that. There we go. Yeah, but it's the old chat, so it's still not working. All right. I will pull up over here. Let's see. Who's over on Twitch? Yeah, awesome. So thank you. I just needed 3 people to chat over there to make my minimum. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Ed B. Metal, he changed it. Name changed. Cool. Alright, Janice had to take off. I'm all caught up over there on Twitch. Let's see who's over here on YouTube. Frank, hey, thanks for coming by. Yeah, I can't even see the Facebook people. It's probably just a bad idea to even go there right now. But whoever's left over there, there's still a good amount of people on all 4 platforms. There's 20, I think. Let's see who's here. Oh, my cousin popped on, Kenny. Hello, Ken. And let's see if we can get this. 75 comments over here. Open up. Maybe not. Come on, do it. Is it working? Alright, so yeah, so I guess everybody's kind of scattered across the platform. So we have a few people on Facebook, a few people on Twitch. Most people seem to be on YouTube. Very cool. Yeah, so tonight was kind of a bust with the whole audio issue. But thanks for hanging. I really do appreciate it. Mitch was on YouTube. Let's see. Let's go back. I'm not sure if you're still there. But yeah. One string riffs, Wendy says. Yeah, let's try and stick to a couple of the things that I intended to do. So one string riffs, there's a lot of stuff that gets taught on one string and it's wrong because it's not in the right key. So one of the big things is like Smoke on the Water, and people would do like a open like. And that drives me nuts because I'll have a student that, worked really hard on that to get that down, and then they try and play it, and they're like, yeah, but when I learned this on YouTube, but every time I play it to the record, it doesn't sound right. And I'm like, yeah, it's because it's not right. And he's like, oh, and this happens every time. It's always usually a younger kid. Sometimes it's an adult who doesn't know. And they're like, oh, man, I worked weeks to just get the rhythm right and on that string. And I understand the reasoning behind people showing this riff on one string on the sixth string, because beginners have issues with the middle strings and not hitting them. But if you don't try it, you're never going to get it anyway. So you might as well just learn it the right way in the middle and maybe start out with one string. So if you want to at least do Smoke on the Water with the record and get it halfway good, do those same exact frets on the third string. So everybody that ever played Smoke on the Water on the sixth string with one string doing... Move to the third string, at least you'll be in tune, and you'll have half of the riff correct. So third string... That'll be in tune with the song. Now, if you want to get it exactly like the song, let's add the other string, and this is exactly what Ritchie Blackmore did. So now, take your second and third fingers and play the same fret that you did for the riff on the sixth string, which was open, 3, 5, open, 3, 6, 5, all right? Open, 3, 5, and then 3, open. All right, so do that on the third string. If you can, add the fourth string. And that's it. Now you're playing exactly what Ritchie did. Yeah. I remember hearing that live when I was a kid, that live version. And I was like, that is just crazy. And that jam at the end that he does with the keyboard player, they do that little answer, call, and response thing. I don't even know it, but it's probably in G. And then the keyboard player plays it back, and then they do at the end. It was just so cool. It was really exciting to hear that when you're learning guitar and you're like, what is that? I want to learn that. So hopefully that helps some people that are maybe, checking out the riffs. And I know we got off on all kinds of tangents tonight, but Surfer By, it's interesting. Paul Reed Smith won't use stainless steel frets. He doesn't like them. Yeah, there are some guys who claim that they just don't sound good. They don't like the way they sound. I don't know. I think they sound great. Here's 3 guitars. I'll play 3 guitars that have them. So we got the Parker Fly. And that's going to sound not ideal because we don't have the killer audio, but that's what we'll deal with for today. Now, we have the Strandberg. It's going to be a warmer sound because it's a different style body. This is an ebony fingerboard. It's not the Rich Light. He just started doing that recently, 2 years ago, maybe, or this year. I don't remember, actually. But anyway, riff, right? And it just is smoother to play. All right, and the last one is the Pia. Also stainless steel frets. All right. And we got our little smoke on the water riff. So, there you have it. I think what we'll do for tonight, because I'm really frustrated with the audio and I'm disappointed. But I'm thankful that everybody did show up. It's very cool to have all the interest in the guitar and you guys hanging out with me. I appreciate it. It's fun. And the questions are cool. And I guess apparently the questions dropped off because they're not coming through on the software. So all these new comments that you guys are putting down, we're getting nothing. Nothing on the chat. So if you're watching me still and you're wondering why I didn't answer any of your questions or just stopped talking to you in particular, like maybe Jamie or anybody who's on Facebook, Tom and the other Tom and John, I'm sorry, I don't know what happened, but apparently it just stopped working. So hopefully I'll get this situated by tomorrow. and I'll see you. So everybody have a great night. Thanks for being here. We're at almost the 2-hour mark. I almost feel like I should kill another 10 minutes just to get the time in, but it's all good. It's all good. Good crowd. Thank you again. I definitely appreciate it. And go check out some of these other guys who are hanging here on the channel. And if you're still on other platforms and, get over to YouTube. Check out Surfer Boy. Check out Ed B. Metal. Check out Metalhead Hippie. Who else is still here? Ed B. Metal. I'm trying to go back. But yeah, a lot of these guys are doing some cool stuff on their channels, so go check out some of their music. And I will see you all tomorrow. Again, it'll just be a random time that I have time, at least maybe with a 2-hour window, because these seem to be going about 2 hours. Everybody is digging it and sticking around long enough. So it's all good. I appreciate it. So we'll see you all tomorrow. Keep rocking. Pick up your guitar. Do some playing. And enjoy. And remember, it's a form of meditation. It'll chill you out. I had a student last week. I said either last night or the other night. He told me it was the best hour of the week. And I've heard that many times from students, but in particular, just recently, this guy said that, and he added, after a really stressful day at work, it's like a form of meditation. I just come home, and I come in here, nobody bothers me, and I just play. And that's like the best. It's like the actual best thing for me to hear is that someone is getting enjoyment, and they're relaxing, and they're not stressing over life. They're just playing. Isn't that what it's all about, right? Playing some guitar and enjoying. So I'll catch you all tomorrow. Have a great one. Appreciate it. Thanks for putting up my wacky audio issues. I'll see you soon. Have a good night.